All right, people. It's Sunday afternoon. You say like Sunday evening. Um, the bean's back. You know what I'm saying? I was a little bit under weather. Had to recuperate, get myself adjusted. My apologies to you that I didn't shoot out a video soon enough or behind each other, but it happens. But let's get to the main topic, okay? Remember, people, the main topic for all of these videos is trying to make you as well as myself as a free thinker, okay? The crazy thing is that we have to look at ourselves, right? And set the example to ourselves that there should be a point in time where all information, our way of thinking, and our thoughts should be the tool that we should be using mostly instead of information from other people. And the reason why is because when we do these things, right, it'll put us in the knowing about how things are starting to be addressed to us that we can actually identify as falsifying information, okay? And what I mean by falsifying information is that you're given certain information about things and it's not necessarily the truth, but how they present it, because of the way we were brought up and how we were taught, the means of it, we have no choice but to think it's the truth. It's not the truth, okay? And you gathering your thoughts and taking time to yourself to not really take in information, but just kind of listen to yourself and certain things that come up to mind that you pay attention to. These are things that's occurring in you that's trying to inform you as well as talk to you and tell you things that you probably have never ever did before in your life. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the important thing for us all, right, is that we need to learn to think for ourselves. Think for ourselves is not about doing things, you know what I'm saying? It's not about take a direction to be somewhere. No, these are thoughts that you consume. That means you don't speak out. You kind of hold within yourself, but this time you listen to when your thoughts is talking to you. As crazy it may sound, but you know, and how I'm putting it to you, right? It's the truth, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand. You really need to understand how your body works, okay? Your body's a functioning vessel, whereas it's alive and it's very communicative, like as a meaning communication between yourself as well as you thinking out things that come to mind when it is brought upon you, meaning brought upon you that brought upon you doesn't mean by somebody else. It's only you. It's only you. So by saying that, it's the fact of you reacting to your own thoughts. You have to understand that when we are addressed with something or being told something, right, our reactions towards what's being told to us is based off of information that was spoon-fed to us for years as into how we should react when we receive the information. It doesn't matter. You can talk about school, you can talk about work, you can talk about programs. It's all spoon-fed bullshit, okay? Spoon-fed bullshit, okay? Because in no way, shape, or form is showing you how you functioning off your own thoughts. No, it's coming from somewhere else. It's coming from somebody else. It should not be. Everything should be coming from self. Okay? All of it should be coming from self. Because when you start to understand that method that you should have probably known for years, but you didn't take the time out or wasn't taught the elements of what your persons can establish for you, okay? You don't realize that you have your own dialogue, you know what I'm saying? You have your own method of being, you know what I'm saying? Your own blueprint is within your mind. It's not what somebody tell you, and it's not what somebody show you something. It's your inner thoughts when it's talking to you to keep you functioning. You know, you have to understand, if you had no way of thinking or remembering or, you know, just a sense of holding information, yo, you have no purpose. Like, you have to understand, you have no purpose now, because it means you're so hollow, you can't do nothing unless something being told you. Doesn't that sound like a fucking robot? Excuse my language. I mean, I don't mean to curse like that, but that sounds like a robot. You're not a robot. You're a human being, you know what I'm saying? You're a live, functioning person, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that you have to say to yourself, or you have to try to say to yourself, what's wrong with doing something new? And technically, it's not really doing something new. It's you functioning off your own thoughts. Don't get spoon-fed stuff that's being told to you by others who's redirecting your whole shape of life, you know what I'm saying? Where they're not putting you in a better place, they're putting you even worse than what you are right now. You know, to speak like this is to tell you that, you know, you're just like that hamster in the cage. You're not a hamster being in a cage. You know, that's the crazy thing. I should have brought this up before. You know how we get these pets, you know what I'm saying, that we buy in the store? There's a dog, a cat, a hamster, a snake, a frog, some fish. Okay, I want you to understand this, and I'm not trying to disrespect you or anything, but you in relations to that, because you don't do nothing unless you're being told. That's the same thing with the snake, the hamster, the dog, or the cat, whatever animal you want to call. Once you have it in captivity, you know what I'm saying, and you call it a so-called pet, you know what I'm saying, the animal's going to learn how to function based off of what you teach them. Hello, let's wake up. Doesn't that put you in that same stance? You know what I'm saying? That puts you in that same method or form of control. We in that same position. I don't know how you people don't see that. You're functioning off of what's being told you, and you're being directed with whatever is being said for you to do. Is that crazy? That's beyond crazy. That's insane. But like I said, you have plenty of time, well, as we would think that we do, but you have plenty of time to try to get yourself together. And getting yourself together is called free thinking. Free thinking is only information you go by is what comes from here. That's what a free thinker is. A free thinker doesn't allow something being told and automatically they do as it being said. That's not a free thinker. That's a controlled person. So I'm trying to tell you, right? It is the easiest thing to do. All you have to do is take time out, empty out your thoughts, right? Clear your mind. As you clear in your mind, it doesn't mean that your brain is not functioning when you do that. It's still functioning, okay? But what happens is, what you're doing is you clearing out all the dialogue that's been told to you, either through the day, through the week, through the month, or the year, okay? And when you do that, you're gonna start to see things, right, differently. It's gonna surprise you. gonna kind of like throw you off a little bit, like scare you a little. But don't be scared. Consume those thoughts. See where it takes you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do some Twilight Zone type crap, but you know, this is you. This is a human act. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from you. Why would you think that's some extraterrestrial or some out of this world type thing when it's your mind talking to you? It's your mind feeding you information. It's with all of us. But what this society has taught us to do and how to be, believe it or not, they taught us how to be naive. Yes. Naive is when you just don't know nothing. Like, yo, everything you have to gather has to come from someplace or somebody telling you. That's naive. That means that you're not even trying to think out how you're supposed to look at something and just analyze it and figure it out on your own. You know what I'm saying? You standing there going, I don't know. Yes, you do. You think about it, and your thoughts is going to tell you what it is. And then the crazy thing is, I'm going to hit you with this. If the results of what you're thinking doesn't bring a purpose, that means that what you're thinking about has no meaning for you. It has no, how can I say? It has no need for you even to process that. So you just leave it alone and go away. Which means you left something that has no use for you. Yes, this is how we function. So I want you to understand something, right? Me talking like this, I'm not coming at you sideways. We all the same. Like, we are all the same. I don't care what color you are. This is how they have us in this dream world. You know what I'm saying? Where everything we do has to come from somewhere for us to do. Is that crazy? All the way down to going to the bathroom and go take a crap. Are you serious? You have to understand. You got to take your mindset to a different place. And what I mean by different place, no, I don't mean take your mind and go from here to Alaska. No. What I'm saying is that put aside most of the things that's being said to you, most of the things that's been spoken of by someone else or taught to you, and then you start to realize, right, when you go in the direction of just listening to yourself, watch what it do for you. It's crazy. You don't realize how much you're gonna clear up in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because how they kind of like put things in our head for us to how we supposed to be. They got us on this money thing. Like, yo, without money we won't survive. Without money we won't exist. Or our whole purpose is money. No, it's not. That's not life. That's not living. Okay? But the reason why they did it is because they need you to be like that hamster. You get on that reel and be doing this and going, and the cheese ain't on the reel. But you going around and around and around because everything you do is within a circle. And what I mean by the circle, you're not going anywhere. No. Okay, I'll give you this. A person takes a vacation on the job, right? When they take the vacation on the job, they go to some exotic island, right? Or they go to some exotic place or some amazing place other than where they're at. But guess what happens though? How long do they stay? And where do they come back to? Exactly. Do they go further and never see the same place more than once? No, they come back to where they originally was to start the same thing all over again. You understand that? This is how they trained us. They took us out of our true existence. Our true existence is we are travelers. We are never supposed to see the same thing no more than once. So what I'm saying to you, I kind of went a little bit too far as in depth on talking, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if you give yourself that moment, right, and you take the time out, you sit back, You don't have to be at home. You could be anywhere. You can even actually be at your job and do it, because it's called breaks or lunchtime. You can do it anywhere you want. Once you empty out your mind on most things that's being said to you, and then you just sit for that moment and relax yourself and don't think about nothing. Don't pick up no phone. Don't react to anything. Watch what's gonna go through your mind and your thoughts. You're gonna start seeing things that you have never seen before. And the reason why you're gonna see those things is because it's coming in picture form in your mind. That is you functioning with you. Okay? So what I'm saying to you is that you really need to understand that you are the most incredible being on this planet. But at the same time, you're not making nothing useful for yourself when you can't function for self. And you need to function for self. Functioning for self means when you react off your own thoughts. Your own thoughts. Yes, your own thoughts. Only your thoughts. Because the purpose that is supposed to be placed upon you is only within yourself. I'm going to leave you with that thought, you know what I'm saying? Because I said some things that you probably don't even understand, you know what I'm saying? And then you saying to yourself, yo, what is he talking about? What is he saying? Where is he really going with that? Where am I going with it? I'm trying to go with it where everybody should be at this point. And I'm just about there myself. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that I'm trying to get you to be there, because when you start to realize, right, how you see things coming from yourself, right, you're gonna start to understand the clear point of what your true existence is supposed to be to you, not to somebody else, just to you. And then while you doing that, and this seems to be growing upon you because you're starting to learn how to function off your own thoughts, you're gonna start seeing and feeling you're not gonna get no more headaches. You're not gonna be bothered by stuff. When you go to do things, it ain't gonna be that important for you, because you're gonna know it's really irrelevant. It's not even irrelevant to how you supposed to be. Okay? So the things that they taught us that's supposed to be important, you're gonna find out is not important. It's just another form of controlling you to make you be on the edge and never away from what your reality is. It's like they taking you away from the reality of what you're supposed to be. Okay? They're taking you away from that. Excuse me. So people, I'm gonna leave you with this thought, right? The sole purpose of a being, right, is for a being to function as one. As one. Right? As one means within the control of yourself, which means that you the one that makes the judgment call for how you supposed to be. So, once again, I'm gonna end this video with the thought, you try to make an effort to understand and really find out what you about, okay? Because I'm doing it just like you are, and I'm gonna keep walking through with all kinds of methods that will put you in place where you need to function for self, okay? So the being's talking here, okay? And I hope you're trying to understand what I'm saying. And people, listen, check this out. It's the wall of a building here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be real with you, you know what I'm saying? Sceneries don't really cause anything, you know what I'm saying? The purpose of this video is to listen what's being said to you, because it's for you. No, I'm not ramming this in your head. And I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, you taking the time out to listen to my videos. I'm trying to advise you about how you need to be functioning now, because the things that's occurring right now has no purpose for life anymore. And seriously, you people are not paying attention to that. So the function of you being a free thinker is gonna get you to understand, whoa, now I see what's going on. Exactly. So on that note, I'm gonna talk to you on the next one. People, let's stay focused. The beat is out.